In June 2022, Sami Sheen, the 21-year-old daughter of Charlie Sheen and Denise Richards, joined OnlyFans, a platform known for adult content. The decision sent shockwaves through Hollywood, sparking intense family tension and a torrent of public reactions. Charlie Sheen, a figure synonymous with controversy, and his ex-wife Denise Richards responded in sharply contrasting ways. The news also elicited comments from Jon Cryer, Sheen's former co-star on 2.5 Men, alongside a flood of celebrity and social media reactions. As of April 2025, the fallout continues to shape the Sheen family dynamic. Charlie Sheen's reaction to Sami's OnlyFans debut was swift and public. In a statement to E! News, he declared, "I do not condone this, but since I'm unable to prevent it, I urge her to keep it classy." His disapproval reflected his role as a protective father, yet it was steeped in irony given his own scandal-ridden past. Sheen's discomfort stemmed from the public nature of Sami's choice, which thrust his family back into the tabloid spotlight he had long inhabited. Behind closed doors, sources reported heated exchanges between Sheen and Denise Richards, with Sheen questioning how their daughter's decision had been allowed to proceed unchecked. Denise Richards, in contrast, embraced Sami's choice. She told People magazine, "Sami's confidence inspires me. I'm not here to judge." Richards went further, joining OnlyFans herself to demonstrate solidarity, even collaborating with her husband, Aaron Fipers, to produce content alongside Sami. This move stunned observers, as Richards, a former Bond girl and reality television star, positioned herself as a supportive mother willing to defy convention. Her decision to join the platform was seen as both a business move and a statement of empowerment, aligning with Sami's narrative of independence. To understand the intensity of this drama, one must delve into Charlie Sheen's past, a tapestry of triumphs and controversies that shaped his public persona.
Are there any drugs in this house?
If there
Shut that down for a second.
If there are, you better find them and give them to me immediately.
Born Carlos Irwin Estevez in 1965, Sheen emerged as a Hollywood heavyweight in the 1980s. By the 1990s, Sheen was embroiled in scandals, including a high-profile connection to Heidi Fleiss, the infamous Hollywood madam. Fleiss named Sheen as a client who spent over $50,000 on escorts in a single year, a revelation that cemented his bad boy image. Sheen's romantic life was equally tumultuous. He married 3 times, first to Donna Peel in 1995, a brief union that ended in divorce, then to Denise Richards in 2002, with whom he had daughters Sami and Lola, and finally to Brooke Muller in 2008, with whom he had twin sons, Bob and Max.
Where are you at the moment with women?
The girlfriend.
A goddess?
No, just a girlfriend.
What happened to the goddesses?
They went their separate ways. There was not a lot of drama. Everybody was, it was mutually agreed upon.
Every man's dream, or did it get complicated?
It got complicated, yeah. Yeah, it's I still believe in that model. I think you can live with 2 women, but I don't. They got to be the right women, and I think they have to know each other before they know you. I don't think you can just pick randomly and put them together and expect it to be perfect, because it doesn't work. It doesn't work, Piers. Yeah.
Tell me about the lady in your life.
Jones, we call her. She's terrific. I was a fan before I met her. She was on the internet, just girl, and.
She's an adult entertainer.
Yeah. And
you have a thing for those.
I do. Yeah. Well, I mean, you can do a lot of research before you meet them. I mean, it's no joke, right? But I'm a bigger fan since. She's fabulous. She's. I don't want to say the female version of me, but no, we have very similar traits and qualities, and and she's a lot younger, and she's hotter than the word itself, and she's fun as hell. She's fun as hell.
And you don't have any problem with what she does?
Well, she doesn't do it anymore. She's
given up?
Yeah, a couple of years, yeah. And that stuff's all out there, but it's the reason we met, so how can I criticize it? You know what I'm saying? Total hypocrite if I do, right? But
are you in love with her?
Yeah, I am actually, yeah. Yeah, there's a part of me that is. Absolutely, yeah.
Beyond his marriages, Sheen's relationships included high-profile figures and adult film stars.
The goddesses say they are in love with Charlie, that he is a romantic who swept them off their feet. Go figure. And not only are they his girlfriends who live with him, they say they are second mothers to his twin boys. Who are your goddesses?
Well, you've read about the goddesses. Come on, they're an international sensation. These are my girlfriends. These are the women that I love that have completed the three parts of my heart.
They were the women who were by his side throughout our interview.
It's the Nat and the Rach.
So that's your team
It's not
right
a circle,
now.
it's a wedge. Boom. You form a wedge to make room for the guy carrying the ball.
Natalie Kenley, a former nanny and model, and Rachel Oberlin, a porn star.
Is this like a family for you?
Absolutely.
The two of you?
Absolutely. Yeah, we all love and care about each other. So we all have our own connections with one another. Natty and Charlie have their own special connection. I have my own connection with Charlie, and then Natty and I also have our own relationship.
And it works well for us. I mean, it's unconventional and it seems crazy to everybody else, but for us, I mean, it works well. And we all love and respect each other and respect each other's boundaries.
How did you meet Charlie?
I met Charlie through a friend. It was just a random chance meeting. Fell in love with him the second I met him. We bonded over music and stayed up talking for hours and fell in love with his brain.
Look at these two. Wow.
In 2011, he lived with porn stars Brie Olson and Georgia Jones, dubbing them his goddesses and proclaiming the arrangement a pinnacle of his winning lifestyle. This period coincided with his public meltdown, during which he coined phrases like tiger blood and Adonis DNA, captivating and alarming audiences in equal measure. Sheen's behavior led to his dismissal from 2.5 Men, the hit CBS sitcom where he played a fictionalized version of himself.
And I was, in the midst of writing the public statement. It's been an honor to work with Charlie all these years. And when my publicist said, oh wait, it's just come over the wire. He's called you a traitor, a turncoat, and a troll. And I was like, okay, let's put a pin in that statement of support.
When was the last time that you talked to Charlie?
He contacted me at the beginning of this last season. I told him I was writing a book. He was okay with that. He said, I asked him if I could use some of the texts that he wrote me, and he asked that I correct his grammar.
He was on Letterman. He made this big public apology, which I thought was...
It wasn't an apology.
It wasn't?
Per se. No, he just said he was a gigantic ass. He didn't say,
Oh.
I apologize.
Oh. He just
I'm
stated
still
a fact.
waiting for the public apology.
I see. Two beautiful babies. That's Sam? Sam looks frightened of something. Sam's like...
She's a little serious there.
Look at those
She's
eyes.
her dad.
Oh.
Look at, isn't she Charlie right there?
Yeah, that is a Charlie face. Oh, God, that's amazing.
His 2011 meltdown, marked by erratic interviews and public rants, culminated in his replacement by Ashton Kutcher. The fallout was a low point, but Sheen's struggles continued. In 2015, he revealed on Today that he was HIV positive, a diagnosis that prompted a period of reflection but did not fully quell his controversial streak.
I'm here to admit that I am, in fact, HIV positive. And I have to put a stop to this onslaught, this barrage of attacks and of sub-truths and very harmful and mercurial stories that are about that threatening the health of so many others.
When were you diagnosed?
Roughly 4 years ago. Yeah, it started with what I thought, based on this series of cluster headaches and insane migraines and sweating the bed, completely drenched, 2-3 nights in a row that I was emergency hospitalized. I thought I had a brain tumor. I thought it was over. After a battery of tests and spinal taps, all that crap, they walked in the room and said, "Boom, here's what's going on." It's a hard 3 letters to absorb.
His history of excess parties, substance abuse, and high-profile relationship set the stage for the family drama that erupted with Sami's OnlyFans announcement. Jon Cryer, Sheen's co-star for 8 seasons, offered a measured response to the OnlyFans news. In a 2023 Entertainment Tonight interview, Cryer said, "I haven't talked to Charlie in years, but I support his journey. He's complicated." Cryer's diplomacy reflected his long history with Sheen, during which he navigated his co-star's volatility with humor and patience. In 2016, Cryer compared Sheen to Donald Trump on the Never Not Funny podcast, noting their shared penchant for provocative statements. By 2025, Cryer revised his stance on the Midas Touch podcast, suggesting Sheen would be a better president than Trump, a comment that sparked laughter but avoided the OnlyFans controversy. Cryer's restraint left fans speculating about his true thoughts on Sami's decision. The public reaction to Sami's OnlyFans debut was a cultural phenomenon. Social media platforms, particularly X, buzzed with commentary. One post read, "Sami Sheen's OnlyFans is peak 2020s chaos." Charlie's gotta be proud and mad at the same time. Another stated, "Denise joining OnlyFans to back Sami? Iconic." The discourse extended to celebrities, with Cardi B commenting on Instagram Live, "Sami's hustling like her dad used to. Respect the grind." Other influencers and commentators weighed in, framing Sami's choice as a modern take on her father's rebellious streak. The controversy tapped into broader debates about empowerment, family dynamics, and the evolving landscape of online content creation. Sami Sheen, now 21, films a TikTok video in her stylish apartment. She lip-syncs to Charlie Sheen's 2011 Winning rant with the caption, "When your dad's mad but you're making millions."
Are there any drugs in this house?
If there
Put that down for a second.
if there are, you better find them and give them to me immediately.
No drugs in the house right now.
Not that I know about. If I know about them, I'll find them and throw them away. It's not a big deal. Ooh, drugs in the house. We're all gonna die.
The new TikTok comes after the 21-year-old shared she hasn't spoken to her father, Charlie Sheen, in a year on Gia Giudice's Casual Chaos podcast.
I actually had to block him because he was sending me some crazy stuff. I had to block his email as well. I'm like we're done. I had to put a stop to it and tell him do not contact me ever again.
The video goes viral, amassing millions of views and fueling her online prominence. Sami's OnlyFans career has been financially transformative. Reports estimate she has earned over $3 million since 2022, enabling her to purchase an apartment and cultivate a luxurious lifestyle. Her content, which she describes as creative and empowering, has attracted a substantial following. However, her success has come at a personal cost. In a 2025 Casual Chaos podcast interview, Sami revealed she had not spoken to her father in over a year. She cited a particularly distressing incident in which Charlie sent her unsettling messages following a surgical procedure, prompting her to sever contact. "I told him never to contact me again," she said, her tone resolute. The Sheen family's dynamics remain fractured as of April 2025. Sami continues to thrive on OnlyFans, collaborating with Denise Richards on content and dismissing detractors.